Welcome to TellSamyra. So on this channel, I talk about friendships, the good and the bad, and toxic narcissistic families. So if you're interested in that content, be sure to subscribe to this channel, like this video, and hit the notification bell. So today I'm going to talk about how to survive a smear campaign. So you might ask, well, what is a smear campaign? So a smear campaign is when people are telling lies about you for the purpose of destroying your character. They may go around telling people that you're crazy, something's wrong with you, you're unstable, you're just not right, you're a liar, you're an opportunist. They're saying whatever your worst nightmare is about what someone would think about you. Those are the things that people are saying in a smear campaign. You might ask why people do it. Some people are narcissists. They're envious of you. They don't like you. You might have done something wrong to them, and instead of them coming to you, telling you the problem, they just go behind your back and start saying all types of negative things about you. And with these smear campaigns, it typically gets back to you. Now, the reason why this person uses a smear campaign, because it's effective. So we continue behavior that we find that works for us. If we don't get rewarded, then there's no need to do it. So they continue to use this smear campaign because they know that you will be heard about it. They know that people care what other people think of them. I know there's a few of us out here that say, oh, we don't care what people think. But a lot of people do actually care what people think about them. And so that's the one reason why a smear campaign is so effective. And the people that's smearing us, they know that we have a need to control the narrative about ourselves, meaning that if you identify with being a good mother or a good wife, a lot of times people want other people to say and believe that they're a good wife or a good mother. Or if you say, oh, that you're a generous person, we might want other people to believe that we're generous, and we get upset and angered if someone says, oh, you're not generous, and your whole identity is around being a generous person, and you might get really angry, like, oh, I am a generous person. I dare you say I'm not a generous person. I pride myself on being a generous person. This is why the smear campaign works, because the narcissist or that toxic friend or co-worker, whoever it is doing this smear campaign, they know that you need to control the narrative of how other people see you. So what is the solution? None of us want to be smeared out in the public, having all types of lies told about us. So I'm going to tell you that solution, so hang on tight. I just want to say one thing. If you are a person and people are saying things about you, like you are really this crazy bitch, you are really a lying, manipulative person, if they're saying it and it's true, this video is not for you. That's not a smear campaign. That's people, you know, probably just really telling people, hey, let me give you a heads up. This person will rob you if you leave your wallet next to him or her. So this is not for you. This is for the person that's really innocent, and you haven't done anything. So here we go. So the solution is get rid of the labels that you've placed on yourself. What do I mean by that? Meaning if you're going around identifying as this good person, nice person, leave that alone. Why? I heard someone say this and I found it so effective. This is not your identity. It's okay to be a good person. It's okay to try to be kind and gentle, but you don't need for others to know this about you or to say this about you. If you're kind, be kind. If you're a giver, be a giver. But don't worry about what other people are thinking about you. You cannot control what they're thinking about you. So as soon as you can remove the labels or, oh, I'm such a good mom, I do X, Y, and Z and Z. No, understand that we're not always one thing. So for instance, yes, you may be a good mom, but there may be a time when you do something that's not so good. So does it mean that you're a great mom or a great dad or all the time? No, none of us are everything all the time. You might be a generous person, but there might be times when you're not so generous. So are you truly this great generous person? No. So we are contradictory creatures is what I'm trying to say. So are you always such a just great all around person? No. So just take away that label. I don't have to identify with these things. I don't have to feel the need to go around and saying, this is who I am. buy and have other people to buy into it. You don't have to go around saying this is who you are. You can have it in your own head. These are the values, these are the morals I live by. But hey, I don't need to force that down anyone else's throat. Another way to overcome the smear campaign is to stop trying to justify yourself. If someone brings you this knowledge saying, oh, you know, someone's saying you're crazy, something's wrong with you. You know, you don't have to go into, oh my God, that's not true. Oh, I can't believe they lied and said I lied on my taxes. That's not me. That's not my character. You know, if you notice how I am right now, I'm acting very frantic, you know, because I'm justifying myself. I'm in panic mode, you know, and when you do that, you actually do come off looking defensive. You come off looking unstable and maybe crazy. So to that person that you're telling the story to, you know, in your mind, you're like just defending yourself and you're overwhelmed with these lies. But to another person looking at you, you might seem a bit unstable. So don't feel the need to justify yourself. You know, you want to learn to control your emotions. When someone comes to you, you don't automatically have to start spitting from the mouth. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Listen. Breathe, hear what's being said, so that way you can learn to start responding to people instead of reacting. Reacting is, oh no, oh no, oh no. Response is when you listen and you can give an intelligent response back to that person, or you can even decide to say, I don't even feel a need to even respond to this. So that's when you're in control of your emotions. You make more rational decisions. But when you're out of control, you're all over the place and you look crazy. All right. So another thing to remember is that a key phrase or key phrases that you can use. If someone comes to you with saying, hey, so-and-so is saying this about you, and telling your family members, telling co-workers, what you can say is in response, interesting, and walk away. You don't have to feel the need to say, oh, that's not true. Oh, you know me, Sarah. You know what kind of person I am. You worked with me for years. You know I wouldn't do that. Just say, oh, that's interesting. Another key phrase you can use is, well, I can't control how others think of me. You know, this keeps you in power. You know, you give your power away when you feel the need to always justify yourself to others. Another phrase is, oh, well, what she said is none of my business. Something else you can say is, oh, well, that's interesting, but it's not my reality. You know, you don't have to play into what other people are saying about you, you know. And one thing I want to have you to question is the person who's coming back telling you what Jane, Dick, and Harry said about you. Truly, what is that person's motives? Do they really care about you? Who is this person? Examine what has been their traits in the past. Is this someone that is a friend, is a good colleague that's concerned? Or is this someone that you know gossips, someone that's aligned with the person who's lying on you? You want to think about that. Because, you know, even if it is a person who's there for you, you can still decide to say, well, to use the key phrases I said before. Oh, that's interesting. You know, you don't even have to respond to that person. If you want to, you can talk to that person. If it's a trusted friend, you can say, well, what's going on? Like, oh, I can't believe, you know, this person is actually not telling the truth, you know, and blah, blah, blah. That's only if it's a close relationship would I advise that. Someone that you don't really have a good relationship with, you know, they may go back to the person who dislikes you to spread gossip. You know, you don't even have to say anything, because first off, this person does not pay your rent. You don't owe this person any type of explanation. And this person is coming to tell you about what's going on. Is one thing I would ask to that person is like, well, what do you hope to gain by telling me this? I mean, like, what is your reason for telling me this? This way you get some of your power back and you put the pressure on that individual to start asking questions, because they're expecting you to get frantic and start justifying, explaining yourself, trying to prove to them that you're really this great person, great mom, great wife, great whatever. And so when you don't do that, you flip the script on them and say, no, you know, you telling yourself, no, I'm going to be the one asking the questions. what do you hope to get from this? And, you know, they might be a little like flustered, huh? You know, or say, oh, you know, I'm just looking out for you, girl. I just want you to know what's going on. And what I heard someone else say is to tell the person, well, by you telling me this, I'm going to think a certain way about you more so than the person you said saying all this stuff to me. And then say to that individual, are you okay with me going back to tell so-and-so that you said this stuff to me? Because I'm going to definitely say that you are the one who came to me with this smear campaign. And then if the person says, oh, no, I'm not okay, well, then you say, okay, then, well, you take care and you just walk off, you know. Or if they say, oh, I'm okay with you, you know, saying whatever, then, you know, if you decide to listen to it, then, oh, okay. Because apparently this person is okay with you going back to say, you know, to that person who started the smear campaign. So, you know, you can decide to hear them out or not. So one thing I would also add is that, again, just want to stress that it's up to you to decide if you want to respond or not. You don't owe anybody an explanation. And regarding confronting the person who started the smear campaign, for me, if this is something that you find out has been going on for a while, I wouldn't even try to confront the person. Why? I've done it before, tried to confront the person, and then what I find is they lie. Oh, well, who told you that, Samyra? I didn't say that. Oh, no, I wouldn't say anything like that. Oh, my goodness, I can't believe that person is lying. I wouldn't do it because if you know this person is lying and spreading all this mean stuff about you, trying to destroy your character, you know that person is just a person that's, you know, means you and other people no good. And you're not going to be able to change that individual. So it's no need of going and saying, well, he said, she said, you know, like a 5 or 6 year old. Forget it. Also, I discourage people, don't try to return the smear campaign with saying to yourself, well, since Tina went out and told everybody these lies about me, now I'm going to go make up lies about her and say she's having an affair or she's doing this and that and stealing from the company when nobody's looking. You know, don't go into the gutter with them, because in the end, you know, Tina has more experience than you of starting these smear campaigns. She's a pro. She's found that it works. She's been doing it for years, and she's going to beat you at this game. So don't even try to play the game. Also, something that I've done in the past that I do not recommend is to try to clear my name and go warn other people and tell them about the person that's doing the smear campaign. Like, I would go and say to so-and-so, like, oh, do you know that so-and-so, Tina, she's saying this about me and lying about me and telling people this, and this. My experience is when you do that, the person you're talking to is going to try to be like a neutral person and give Tina the benefit of the doubt. Now, you know Tina is a lying scumbag, but this person probably doesn't know her like that. And then they're trying to get you to like, oh, well, maybe it isn't really like that. Maybe you need to have a sit down with Tina, yada, yada. Now, if Tina was not a raging narcissist or this crazy toxic person, a sit down I would recommend. But when you know that somebody is totally gone, personality disorder or traits of a personality disorder, trying to deal with them like you would with a normal person is not going to work. So Tina is doing this smear campaign. She is not your normal average person. So I would not recommend trying to sit down with her. So that's why I said don't go to other people trying to warn them and like, I just got to let you know about Tina because she did it to me, she might do it to you. No, no, no. Just trust that whatever Tina has sown, she will reap it, you know, or karma, or whatever people decide to call it. Don't free yourself from the need for over-explaining and the warning, and just know that if she's doing that to other people, eventually other people will notice Tina for who she is. And even if they don't notice her for who she is, that is totally none of your business. You just go on, keep having your head high, stop justifying yourself. Understand that you retain your power because you could continue to, if you're at work, you continue to do your job. You remain professional. You keep your composure. You're not erratic. You know, even if it's a family member, you know, what you can do if possible is try to get distance with this person, or even cut off a relationship, whoever is starting this smear campaign, because you see that this person is not a great individual. They don't like you for whatever reason. You probably did nothing, but get yourself away from them. And I'll say it again, just to drive the point. You have to, in order to defeat the smear campaign, get over your need for people to think of you a certain way. You can only control how you think of yourself. You cannot control what other people think of you. And if you have gone crazy based on what other people are saying that you're only with them when they're up, and when they're down, you can't be found. You know, the only reason it's working on you is because you care too much about what other people think. So in order to break it, stop caring. You can only do you. So do you, boo. Have a good one. Bye.